I'm Beth Zaleski, your Usborne Books & More independent consultant, and today I would just like to briefly showcase my family's top 10 favorite Usborne Books & More books. It was very difficult to narrow down this list, but I did. The first one is B is for Bedtime. This is an alphabet picture book, but it actually tells a story instead of just listing objects like so many alphabet books do. It says A is awake, how I feel after dinner. B for the book with my dad, it's a winner. I could probably recite the whole thing from memory because my son and I read it every night before bed. He can actually recite it from memory too. But this is a nice book. It's not a board book, but it has these nice thick pages for little ones who are learning how to properly treat book pages. The second book is our 1001 Things to Spot on Vacation. We have a whole series of these in different places, and it's a typical seek and find book, but I love it because you don't have to be able to read. It has the number that you should find and then the picture, so my son who's just learning to read can do this with ease, and he spends hours looking at these books. He has one right by the breakfast table, and while he's eating he looks through and just really keeps him occupied looking at all the details in these pictures. The next book is a picture book, and this is my personal favorite. I included it for myself. It's called A Tale of Two Beasts. And this book tells the same story, but it tells it from two different perspectives. First, it tells it from the little girl's perspective, and it's called The Strange Beast. It tells about when she finds this animal in the forest. It goes through the whole story, but then it tells the story again. It's from the little beast's perspective, and it's called The Terrible Beast. I just think it's a really cute story, a way to teach kids about thinking about other people's perspectives without lecturing them, but just kind of get the wheels turning on that subject. The next book is called All Better, and this is perfect. I highly recommend it. If you have a 2-year-old in your house, you have to have this book. On the inside cover, it has these 5 removable bandages. So you take one off, and on each page there's an animal that gets a boo-boo. It says, "Oh no, dog wasn't looking where he was going. Ouch. Clean it, kiss it, put a bandage on it. All better." And to see my little 2-year-old do this, honestly, it melts my heart every time. He kisses it, he says, "All better." And the bandages are reusable. You can rinse them under cold water if they lose their stickiness, and they'll be good as new. So, All Better, a must-have for any library. In the young adult and adult fiction category, this is my current top pick. This is Conspiracy 365, and there's 12 books. Each is 1 month of the year. I'm about halfway through, and I'm so tempted to go to the end and see what happens, but I'm holding myself back right now. The main character is Cal, and it says he's isolated and alone, hunted by the law and ruthless criminals. Cal must somehow uncover the truth about his father's mysterious death and a history-changing secret. Who can he turn to? Who can he trust when the whole world seems to want him dead? It is very intense. It's action-packed, but it's not graphic. So I think it's recommended for ages maybe 11 and up. But even many adults I know have enjoyed it. So if you have a young adult who enjoys this kind of fiction, and it actually goes day by day. So this is 9:46 a.m. on January 6th, and then it just goes day by day. The next book series that we love around here is called Wheel Nuts. It's 6 cars in a race. There's 5 different books in this series, and each one is in a different setting, and it's almost a comic book style with lots of graphics. It's very silly, a little bit gross, definitely good for mid-elementary boys who aren't necessarily excited about reading. This can kind of engage them, get them excited about books. It's also great for a read aloud for younger children. We just read the whole series as a family, my 5 and 2-year-old and myself, and they absolutely loved it. I honestly could fill a whole top 10 list with flat books. I restrained myself and I only put 1 in this video, but honestly our flat books are so amazing. This one is called Look Inside Food, and it's geared to ages 4 to 7, but honestly I found it entertaining in reading it. And so it goes through the different food groups. It talks about growing grains, fruits and vegetables, and there's just all these flaps. And the thing that my son loves is the double flaps. So in this one there's a flap, and then within that there's another flap. It's just so detailed and goes through the process of growing things. There's another double flap, which he just loves. It goes on to foods from the sea, there's meat, sweet things. Just gives you a whole education about healthy food, where our food comes from. It's really, really great. Hey Jack is a series, first chapter book series that I highly recommend. Jack is obviously the main character, and then there's a female equivalent, Billy B. Brown, and they actually appear in each other's books. They're perfect. They're all only 4 chapters long, very simple, big print. I just love the scenarios that Jack has put in. They're very relatable to these early elementary age kids, and it's easy reading. We've been doing them as a read aloud, and we all just enjoy learning about Jack and his adventures and his mistakes and how he gets into situations and how he gets out of them. And they're only $4.99, so it's a great little gift book. My last 2 book picks are activity books. The Mosaic Picture Sticker book, my 5-year-old and I are actually on our second one of these. We finished the whole first one, so we got the other one that they offer. And what it looks like is, let me find when it's not done. They're these blank pages, and they just have the different color-coded shapes in there. And then in the middle are pages full of stickers with the different shapes. And so then when you're done, you have a beautiful picture. Here's the beach and a campsite. So my son and I have spent hours doing these. It's strangely relaxing, actually, just peeling and sticking, and gives us some time for some great conversation and kind of keeping our hands busy. Some great quality time together. And then my last pick, we have many great coloring books. It's actually 2 books that I like. It's the First Color by Numbers and the Color by Numbers book. And I love adult coloring. Honestly, sometimes though I'm so tired, I just say, oh, I just want someone to tell me what color to do this. And so that's what this book does, of course, but it's very elaborate for grown-ups. But the great thing is that my son likes to do everything that I'm doing, and so this First Color by Number book is perfect for him. Still working on coloring a little bit, but he enjoys it, and he feels like he's doing something with Mommy that Mommy is doing. So when my younger son's napping, we get out our Color by Number books and color together. So those are my family's current top 10 picks. Please let me know if you have any questions, and happy reading.